Hey, this is the last week of season 60, and as an Alliance, Mass Titans is 6-3 this season. So we're pretty sure we've locked Masters, but we want at least one more win to completely secure Masters and probably also have a chance at pushing top 10. The first fight here, our war is against DD13. They're doing it very well. I think they were number 4 when we matched them, so we're also coming off a decent performance against Salty and LBT, so we're thinking we have a chance, but yeah, we'll see. My first fight is against a Node 6 Nova. I'm on path 6 duty. Again, I feel like I've been on this path like 50 times, or probably like 3 or 4 times this season. Just because Captain Britain's always there, and I have one of the two Havoks in my battle group. I'm also taking in Nico. After the Titans, I did get an Awaken Nico through an Awaken gem, so she is Sig 20, or very low Sig, I would say. So she's not the best she can be, but she is so overtuned, or very, very strong, to the point that I am still running her for an important fight later on that she's probably the best option for. And here this is another Havok again versus Captain Britain, and she is just melting from all these heavies, because I think since she's rank 3, she just melts through a couple heavies. That was like a 30-second fight. The fastest and healthiest I've done that fight, so it's very interesting. This is the fight here on path 9 that I pathed Nico for. Note 27, Hazard Shift, Poison, and Cold Snap. And I put on the Poison immunity pre-fight, so I can hit safely in one phase, but the other I will be taking some damage. Here, Nico's basic gameplay is kind of to spam heavies and special ones. I am not really that good at playing Nico, but Halt is a good ability, and that's all I know. And as you can see, that's all I know because I just let the buff immunity fall off, which I have to reapply through the special 2. And that does give me a couple acid burns for damage. 40 seconds in the fight, and we're basically halfway done. So Nico, again, even at like low Sig, is doing a very respectable amount of damage. I let the buff immunity fall off again, so I'm great at this game. But Thanos is already at 25%, and we're in the poison phase. Just gonna hit him. I thought we were just gonna hit him. I guess not. Yeah, throws one more special one, and he's dead. Oh, well, not dead yet. There you go. Nico's very strong, and I don't know if I like that. We're just gonna kind of either get banned or completely ruin the map of any cosmics that are placed. Anyways, on to the next fight. This is why I came on this fight. I am a Solvarch merchant. I am a Galan merchant, and I take Solvarch basically every war. Fun fact: I take 10 Solvarchs in 12 wars this season. And it's an okay duty, I guess. This fight doesn't actually go very well though, as you can see here. Pretty soon, I do my regular Galan things against Solvarch, letting him ramp his armors. But I think this here is what happened. Yeah, I tried dashing back, but it did not register because I guess I'm bad. And instead I try to dash forward, which I just get caught, and he stuns, and that's a lot of burst damage I'm taking. But I did recover, get my heavy attack and special one, and he's dead. And that's the end of the war for me, actually. It's only 4 fights. We did lose that war, I think 11-5 or something. We did not do very well, and DD13 kind of locked in against us. Unfortunate, but we have 2 more chances to get 7-5 in the season. Our next war is against Celestial Avengers. They are also looking pretty good. I think they were also like 4th or 5th when we fought them. Very strong alliance this season specifically. They're doing a lot better than before. I think my first fight was a Node 13 Venom on Path 4. Here I just missed my heavy. I assigned myself originally Node 4 Nico, but then I kind of realized since my Nico is super low sig, I don't know if I can reasonably kill before any of the Petrify and reverse control shenanigans kicked in. So I kind of just let someone else take with Hood. I took the Venom afterwards since the Hood player wanted to save bullets, which I don't know. I think Venom was probably a bullet feeder. It's whatever though. And then afterwards, my Section 2 fights was Prowler with Galan, decently smoothly, and now this Galan with Nico Minoru, which was also a pretty relaxed fight. Only thing I kind of have to get around here is just get the buffing immunity up and keep it up, and then knock down whenever appropriate. Here, yeah, just gonna use the miss to very easily dodge the SP1, get my own knockdown. The burst goes through right after the protection goes down, and I think one more SP1 and Galen's dead. Again, Nico is a very strong champ. My next fight this war is against Mixmaster Node 40 Gentle. I actually did forget to turn on powerbacks right here, and I was just thinking, it's fine, it's a Gentle, and I do not have any buffs. As long as I play decently, I should not need, an invuln. Which I do fine here, but I am being a little silly and soak clocking a little slightly. Not the best behavior for a high tier war soak player, but just starting the fight aggressively. Here, I'm doing medium light heavy use, which keeps both Mixmaster as well as Gentle's own combo meter under control, since if you're doing multiples of 5 hits, the Unstoppable will proc while Gentle is slowed. Here I tried to do a 5 combo into an SP3, but then I realized, oh yeah, my slow is not up, so I dodge right away. Here I'm doing a couple hits into Gentle Special 1 because I realized I ended on medium attack, so I would need another medium to reset Mixmaster. And then I just go for a heavy Special 3, and this SP3 rotation kills. The next fight is a Node 46 Count Nefaria. I'm using Soak again. I remembered to put on powerbacks, however, at 150% instead of 200, just to make sure that Count Nefaria does not trigger his signature ability if I gain too much power. Here, I just Dex the SP2. I kind of Silk Lock again in the beginning of it. I kind of mess up a little bit here. I did not let my heavy finish, which results in one less physical vulnerability on Count Nefaria, which actually kind of matters here, since I actually barely have the damage to, well, I did not kill, basically, and I also did not dash back, use a light dash back, so I'm missing just a little bit damage. And that damage that I missed out on probably will just enough kill Count Nefaria. But instead, I eat a Special 3. Not the best performance for me, but Nefaria has not had enough time to ramp up to be a big threat in terms of SP3 damage. So I do get out that fight alive. And my last fight of this war is against Note 48 Solvarch. This fight goes fairly smoothly. It's not a big Solvarch. It's not a threatening Solvarch either. It's just kind of basic. The only threat here is Stunning Reflection and also Bane if the AI is not cooperative. Here I get hit and the Bane transfer takes onto me. I get a little bit nervous, but it's not nothing out of this world since Thorns or Hazard Shift is a lot more threatening. Here I'm just waiting out the Bane so I can get a Bane transfer with my Sprint 2. And yeah, regular Solvarch, Galan things. Trying to ramp up this armor, which I do. Heavy. I'll probably SP1 right here. Yep, 855 harvest. That will bring him down to 14%. Does not kill, but it's fine. This special one will ramp up Solvarch again, and I will take advantage of that with a heavy. He throws the SP1 into block, but it's fine. I'll just combo SP1 and the fight is over. We had a very close war against Celestial Avengers. We lost, I think, 4-6. There was a bit of an error that one of us skipped a fight, and that resulted in 2 deaths, unfortunately. And we ended 6-4, which is a bit sour. We thought we would win on time, but yeah. Now we are, I think, 6-5 in this season. So try to get some redemption with our last war here against CZSK Night Guardians. My first fight here is a Node 6 Dazzler. Node 6 Atom, and I'm using Dazzler here. I think I originally had Shathra being assigned here, but I wanted to get a nice record of 69 fights and no deaths this season, so instead I opted for Dazzler and took someone else's fights. Yeah, not glorious of me, but you'll see later, it went fine. And I do get, spoiler alert, I do get my 69-0. I'm on path 6 duty again for some stupid reason. Could not tell you why, but Havok, just gonna speed it up. Just a regular fight, heavy attack, watch out for the stun immunity, and that's pretty much it. She goes down this time around 45 seconds, 50 seconds. Yeah, a little bit slower than last time, could not tell you why, but I survived. My next fight here is against EMP, I think Node 29 Spider-Woman. I'm using Mantis this time. This is my first time actually doing this fight at all, this matchup at all on this node. We always sent Spider-Man 2099 here, and it's usually a very, very easy fight. Here though, I'm using Mantis. I have a general gist of how this fight would go. I will be ramping kind of via the mixed emotions, and actually, since Spider-Woman places power stings every time she inflicts a shock, and this is a shock node, she will actually just be placing them all the time. But the thing is, I do not get good AI. I get intercepted, which is not good, since this fight is it's hard to get control of this fight, and I kind of get pummeled. I get cornered, I get pummeled. Before I threw a random SP2, to be honest, I did not realize I was heavy charging, and as soon as I saw the sleep and my heavy go off, I just threw an SP2. And then here I'm getting cornered, I SP2 again to get myself out of the corner, this time without charging a heavy, so it doesn't do much damage, but I do get out of the corner, and spacing is the most important thing right now. Here I'm also trying to have the discipline to work with Mantis's like permanent stance, kind of her permanently standing and not walking. I don't want her to like walk up since that would turn off the tranquilize. So kind of got used to that. Went for an SP2 and killed. Glad I made it out of the fight alive. Really thought I was gonna die when I got cornered and the ensnare and what was it called? Yeah, ensnare got on me. So yeah. Oh, and the fumble. That's what I was thinking. This is the fight I am stealing. This is node 37, Baron Zemo with Dazzler. The gist of the fight is just to keep enough distance and throw off an SP2, and that SP2 either kills or does a lot of damage. So yeah. Here I think I'll bait another SP1 before I go for this SP2. He's playing a little bit passive, but it's fine. My energy vulnerability is still there. Medium, light, medium. Special 2, it does not kill, but I'm still safe. And I got power backs, so I go straight into another SP1. And then anything, I'll pretty much just get to an SP2 and kind of avoiding the root, and that's the fights. I don't think I even get to an SP2 here. Can I kill? Alright, that's 4 fights out of the way. My last fight is taking the Mantis I just used on node 29 and going to node 43 against this Photon. I put on an invuln boost because I did not know if the tranquilize will apply before the starting debuff from the node, but it does. So the tranquilize will shut off the starting debuffs, which means you can safely use a power start one here. But I still opted for an invuln because it is not too hard of a fight. Like, this is a very battlegrounds style fight, really. You fight a lot of Mantis versus Photon there in battlegrounds, so it's fine. I get up to an SP2, so I'm just gonna launch this heavy SP2. I don't go for the second hit on the heavy, just because I'm more used to throwing it off after the first. I didn't want to take that many risks, and I know it's already going to do a lot of damage, so it's not a big deal to go for that second cruelty. Here I ramp my mixed emotions up to 20 again. I don't have to, but this just ensures that this special 2 will just kill. And I don't even charge it the full way, so yeah, I don't know why I just bothered ramping mixed emotions. But yeah, that's my last fight, and again, I end on 69-0 this season, which is a very nice deathless season for me. So yeah, I will be playing in GT40 next season, so, but I'll be also kind of busy with school, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna upload, but I say that and I probably will. So yeah, I will see you next season, probably. Bye.